Hey guys, Panic here, otherwise known as Panic Picnic, and today we're going to be doing another mastery guide. This video was requested by Liam Manuel, and we're going to be doing it on our boy Abathur. Now, Abathur first appeared in a little bit of a backstory. Abathur appeared in Heart of the Swarm. He was one of the coolest characters, let's be real. There, second expansion of StarCraft 2. And there he touched our lives, he touched our souls, but more importantly, he touched our DNA. Now, let's go ahead and go into Abathur's masteries, shall we? Well, first off, in his power set 1, he has Toxic Nest respawn chance, he has Mend Healing. For his power set 2, he has Symbiotic Carapace Absorption and Biomass Recovery chance. For power set 3, he has Toxic Nest maximum charges and Structure Morph and Evolution Rate. So, now we see everything we've got. As you can see, I'm mastery level 74, so I can at least give you a little bit of a... So I've played a decent amount of them, and so let's go ahead and run them through it. So for his power set 1, as I said before, he's got Toxic Nest respawn chance and Mend Healing. I personally like to spend all of my points into his Toxic Nest respawn chance and completely avoid his Mend Healing. Well, every point you're going to be putting into his Toxic Nest respawn chance is going to be increased by 2%, while the Mend Healing is going to heal about 1%. Now, the reason I choose the Toxic Nest respawn chance over the Mend Healing is the Mend Healing, I think, already heals a decent amount already. I believe it heals about 150 with about a 50% and with an extra 50 stacked over maybe a few seconds. So in all, you're going to be healed about 200. And I think that is more than enough for Abathur in general, because most of his armies is really going to be consisting of really roaches, or is going to be consist of Roach Ravager, or like if you're like me, I like to go into full-fledged air with him with Mutalisks, Devours, and Guardians. I like to go ahead and use that, and I think the Mend Healing by itself with the 200 HP is enough to heal really all that entire army. And you're going to be like, well, what about just, why don't you use it on the Brutalisks and stuff like that? And I'm like, the Brutalisks already have like a shitload of HP, and I usually just stack Queens against them, so it'll at least allow those to heal them up more than anything. The Mend Heal is more of like a burst heal for my opponent, for my ally, as well as just my little bit of army I have. Now, the reason I like to choose the Toxic Nest respawn chance is Abathur, of course, is a Zerg, and they respond and they do really well on creep, so it allows you to go ahead and spam those out. And just because someone, like let's say an enemy pops it, it's still going to be there. And where I'm at right now, it's about a 50% chance. So it's basically a coin flip just to decide whether the toxic nest I spawned earlier is going to be there or not. Also, I think it's pretty decent well to just constantly spread creep, since he doesn't really have any other way to spread it itself. Now let's go and talk about his power set too. Also, I think overall Toxic Nest respawn chance is just great. Put it this way, just awesome. Power set 2, you have Symbiotic Carapace Absorption and Biomass Recovery chance. I personally like Biomass Recovery chance. It does increase it by 1% each time. By comparison to Symbiotic Carapace, also does increase by 1% chance. The reason why I like Biomass... Actually, let's go ahead and talk about what Symbiotic Carapace Absorption. The reason I don't like it is it's really going to be focused on your Brutalisks as well as Leviathans. And Abathur's army is a little bit more than that. And on top of that, the shield does not provide enough shield, in my opinion, to really just to quantify just buffing it. Because as I said, I got 25 points to spend. It's only going to go up by 25%. So I'm not really getting a whole lot of benefit from it. While in comparison to its Biomass Recovery chance, yes, I'm getting it about 1% each time and up to about 25%. I believe it stacks with one of his other ones. But the reason why it's so good is, let's say, especially for early game or even later games, when you've got a roach, spend all your love and care and time on it, and it just dies, and then you lose all that biomass, and it kind of blows. With this, you get a little chance to get at least everything back, or at least just a piece of it. So I kind of at least benefit that. Also, I think it benefits really well when, like, let's say your roaches are dying and stuff like that. It's gonna go well with some of his upgrades he has with Biotic Leash and stuff like that. Yeah, when killed, units have a 50% chance to drop all their biomass, and this, the extra 25% is already going to increase it, so you have a higher chance to do a lot better with it, in my opinion. As I said, I don't think the Symbiotic Carapace Absorption is going to benefit really everyone in your army, but I think it's going to, I just think it's kind of a garbage ability, to be honest. For his power set 3, he has Toxic Nest maximum charges and Structure Morph and Evolution Rate. I honestly think every point should go into Structure Morph and Evolution Rate. He's already got a benefit from one of his upgrades, from his level 12 Raptor Guardian of our Morph Times, resource cost reduced by 50%, and I believe he's got maybe another one on it. But the reason why this one's so good is you can constantly just spam your hatcheries out, and you can basically build buildings a hell of a lot quicker. because you're morphing them. You're basically just spawning them out pretty quick. But also you can morph it up from a Spire to a Greater Spire a lot quicker. Also, you can be 3-3 on Brutal, while your opponent is going to be maybe on 1-1 still, maybe 1-2, or maybe like 2-2, or even your ally won't even have enough time to even just spam with your upgrades. But you get your upgrades out really, really quick, and I think it's going to definitely make your army a lot more viable, especially if you go into Mass Air, or if you just go into Mass Roach. Overall, I think it's just an overall better than Toxic Mass Maximum Charges, because you only need, I believe it comes with 5 or 6, but you can just spam those out. Like every time you see it, every time you see one up, just put it out. Every time you see one up, put it out. Just get into the habit of it. And I don't really think you need 30 extra one of these to just spam them out. I mean, it's just not as useful as the Structure Morph and Evolution rate. Because you get out your army a hell of a lot faster. Let's be real. Whether it be Guardians morphing, or Leviathan's morphing, basically everything. Ravager's morphing, Devourer's morphing. Overall, that's pretty much about it in terms of that. Outside of that, it's pretty much where I would spend all my points. Like I said, I would spend for Power Set 1, I would just max Toxic Nest respawn chance. For Power Set 2, I would max Biomass recovery chance, and for Power Set 3, I would totally max Structure Morph and Evolution rate. Outside of that, that pretty much covers Abathur and his mastery points. My name is Panic Picnic. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As I said before, I am doing a giveaway, and you can have a chance to buy Abathur if you are the lucky winner. Go ahead and check it out if you haven't already. I think it's a good little thing I'll be doing. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe in this video if you like it. Share it if you love it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Love you guys. Bye.